Hi everyone, we're going to start with some leg extensions, go towards some standings. So the aim is for it to be quite a gentle practice, but we're kind of activating a little bit of the abdominal area. I will give options for you to either go more challenging posture or slightly more gentle. Let's just start with Adho Mukha Svanasana in case you've just had a long day and your head's really busy. It's a very quietening pose, but it also wakes up the body. So have your hands and feet quite wide, so you've got that space between the arms, between the legs. Spread your palms, spread the balls of your feet. Press the big toe mound down and stretch those heels back to activate the legs. Press the shins back, inner and outer knees back, thighs back, hips back. And as the legs start to go back, regain that contact of the hands on the floor. Thumb and index finger side of the hand, so you're pressing that inner side of the hand down to lift up the inner arm, to lift up the inner shoulders. And just let the head become quiet. Draw the shoulder muscles up away from the head and allow the neck to lengthen down. Press the very tops of the thighs back and feel that length in your waist. And then exhale. Bend your knees to come down, bring your feet together, and then just sit back onto your heels and rest forwards in Adho Mukha Virasana. If that's uncomfortable for your knees, then you can put a blanket there on top of your heels, or alternatively you can keep the buttocks up and just stretch forward like this. Okay, so let's move on to our leg extensions. So lie down on your back and hold the sides of the mat with your hand and just slightly drag yourself towards your head. And what that's done is it's hopefully dragged down that top buttock flesh. You get this nice lengthening sensation in your lower back. And the shoulder muscles also, they drag down towards your waist. Just try it again if you didn't get it. It's a sort of sliding and you catch that skin of the shoulders and you catch the buttock flesh. So we'll start with just one knee bent and the other leg straight, so that we can wake up our legs, wake up our feet. And also it's a good option for those who have got really stiff hamstrings or tight lower back. So spread the ball of that top foot, that right foot. Really spread the toes, try and wake up that little toe. Press the ball of the foot up into the belt. And as you do that, see if you can start to engage the thigh muscles down towards the hip. Then slide the belt right down onto the heel. Often people have it more on the arch, so do make sure it's really on the heel of the foot. And then push that bone of the heel up into the belt and feel how that really helps to align the bones. Heel down into the hip, that femur bone down into the hip, from the heel down into the hip. Often the legs are carrying us all over the place, but it's nice to draw them back into their source. Those feet, draw them, connect back into the source. So keep that awareness in the heel, and again bring the belt to the ball of the foot and extend up and spread the whole foot. Then bend your knee into your chest. Enjoy again that spread in your lower back and place the foot on the floor. Let's do the other side. So bend your knee into your chest. Relax here. Stretch the leg up. So spread the ball of the foot into the belt and engage these muscles. So these thigh muscles need to draw towards the hip. You may have noticed in class I often say, your leg's not straight, and you're like, my leg is straight. And I've realised that part of the thing with that is that when I say leg straight, I mean engage the thigh muscles. So a straight leg, so that could be considered a straight leg, but I'm not engaging any of the muscles. So, and the part of the practice is to get the thigh muscles to hug to the bone, so you get this real extension in the whole leg, and that's what we call a straight leg. So the thigh muscles draw to the hip, and the calf muscle lengthens to the foot. You get an opening in the back of the knee as you draw this muscle up, which is quite different to if the leg is just sort of apparently straight but no muscles engaged. Okay, slide the belt to the heel. Push the heel up. So I'm halfway through my trip now. 2 weeks and I'll be back, teaching the Thursday morning class first. I'm sure I'll be a little bit bleary-eyed. So push your heel up and connect the bones of the leg down into the hip. Then keep that awareness and slide the belt to the ball of the foot and really spread the whole foot. So you're lengthening the inner heel up, the big toe mound up, sucking the outer edge of the foot back down towards the hip. So make sure that the foot's not sort of dropping on the inside. Lengthen up the inside of the leg and suck the outer leg back down towards the hip. So you're getting a nice long leg. And then bend your knee into your chest and then release. So you may feel that that was enough for you today, and you can press stop and carry on with your day and come back to it tomorrow. Otherwise, let's continue for those who've got a bit more time. So now we're going for leg straight. So hold the mat and slide back as you extend your legs. So that traction again lengthens the lower back, and your feet are completely together, legs are together. So it's Tadasana, mountain pose, lying down. Now raise up your right leg. So first of all, bend the knee, and I take the knee out to the side because then the foot's much closer. And you can just lasso the foot. So the knee's out to the side. And then from there, roll the thigh in to stretch the leg up. And now you might notice that your left foot is turning out a bit on the floor. The whole leg tends to want to go into Savasana. So slide the leg to the left a bit so that you can keep the foot upright. And now let's try and get this work in the top leg. So engaging the thighs as you push up into the ball of the foot and push up into the heel to align the bones. Really spread the foot. Now as you work your foot, it engages the leg. Relax your jaw, tongue. And now so we're going to make this a little bit more challenging. So if you want to, you can stay at this place. The additional movement is to lengthen that left leg along the floor, lengthen the inner leg as you start to lengthen this leg towards you. So you're drawing the foot towards you, but you're pressing that thigh, especially the very top of the thigh, you're pressing the whole thigh and shin away from you. Make sure that you'll keep lengthening into the big toe mound and start to draw the leg towards you. And then the next, and can you see how my arms are going almost behind me, so that there's this real length in the sides of the trunk. And the abdomen feels like it's kind of hollowing, and the sides of the waist are going down towards the floor. And then from there, you might be able to catch the foot or hold higher up. And then the next additional action, which you may want to do, may not, is to press that left leg down and start to draw the right leg towards you as you lift your chest up towards your leg. So I've got to be careful that this right hip doesn't shorten. Press the left leg down as you draw the right leg towards you. Feel that lower abdominal area working. Keep those elbows going behind you. Feel that length in the side body. And then bring your head down and bring the leg back up to straight to 90 degrees. So the next is sethubandasarvangadana. So we can all do this. Hold the belt with the right hand. Stretch your left arm along the floor beside you. And then engage this outer hip as you extend the leg to the side. Extend the leg to the side. Try and do it with a straight arm, so you're not relying on the arm to hold the leg up. You're relying on that muscle and the outer hip, the outer buttock. And then exhale, raise the leg up. And again, inhale, extend the leg up. Exhale, take the leg out to the side. Exhale, raise the leg up. And one more time. So you may want to repeat this, but if you're able to, you're going to go to number 3, which is taking the leg out to the side, which is number 2. Then bend the knee and bring the foot across. And then just swap hands and hold the belt with the opposite hand, and use this free hand now, your right hand, to rotate that thigh out, right from the hip. Rotate the thigh out. So the turning comes from the hip, not from the knee, and you're just drawing this foot gently towards you, but you're not sickling the foot. And then release, swap hands, stretch the leg out. So those of you with stiff hips and knees, you can repeat that version. Otherwise, the more flexible are going to bring the leg across, and this time take your left hand and catch hold the back of the ankle and rotate the thigh out. Keep rotating the thigh out, and if you're able to, you're going to rotate the thigh out, right leg, take the heel into the crease of the left arm, and then rotate the thigh out and push the heel into the arm. And then from there, press the left leg down and see if you can raise your chest. So you can use your free hand to help rotate the thigh. Raise your chest up as you bring the leg towards you. So you're rotating the thigh out, and press the left leg down into the floor. Make it long leg. Again, feel the sides of the waist moving down. Draw that leg towards you. And then everybody release, holding that belt, take the leg out to the side. Exhale, raise the leg back up to number 1, back home base. Bend your knee into your chest. Take the belt off and slide the leg straight. So let's reorganize ourselves. So you might have gone a bit squiggly. So again, bend your knees, slide back and slide your legs straight so you're back in Tadasana. Raise the left leg and stretch it up to the ceiling. Take that right leg out a little bit and roll the thigh in. I'm going to turn. So stretch that leg. Spread the foot. Remember the work in the foot that helps the leg. And then we're drawing the leg towards us. So stay in this position if you're doing the slightly gentler version, but if you're able to, you're going to press the thigh away from you, so that's with the muscle. Press the shin away and lengthen that leg on the floor as you bring the lifted leg towards you.
Lengthen that leg on the floor. Watch it like a hawk. Don't just work on the lifted leg. And draw your left leg towards you. Take the elbows back. Feel that length in the side body. Be careful that you're not rotating the thigh out. Keep that inner thigh going to the ceiling. Keep the inner knee going back. Lift up. Some of you might be able to hold the foot and get a bit more strength there, but don't pull unnecessarily. Be very cautious. Don't be aggressive. And breathe, lengthening that leg on the floor, especially the inner leg. Inner heel, lengthen it away from you. Press the thigh down. Feel that inner thigh struggling to go to the floor. Press it down. And then everybody release. And now we go to number 2. Taking the leg to the side. So everyone can do this bit. So holding the belt, have your leg at 90 degrees. Don't have it up here. Have it at 90 degrees and stretch your right arm along the floor. And extend the leg out to the side. So keep that thigh firm, keep the arms straight, leg wide. Exhale, raise it up. And again, inhale, exhale out to the side. Press the right thigh down. Hopefully you can enjoy that lovely spread in your belly. Okay, so remember the first version that we're doing of going to number 3 is simply getting that outward rotation. So I hope you can see me from here, see my legs. So take that left leg out to the side and then bend the knee and bring the leg across. Swap hands with the belt. And then with that left hand, rotate the thigh out, especially right at the top. Try and get some movement there in that hip, but don't be aggressive. Just do this regularly and get that softness in a way. There's a sort of a softness right in the hip and a strength in the muscle to turn as you bring the foot towards you. But don't sickle the foot. Can you see? Keep the foot heel long. Don't sort of distort the foot. Okay, and then swap hands, take that leg wide, and you can repeat that one. Repeat it. Or you can go to the next stage if you've got a bit more mobility. So you bring the foot across, and this time catch hold of the back of the heel and draw the leg towards you. Then you can even let go of the belt and hook the foot into the crease of the elbow. Stretch into the inner heel. Then with your left hand, rotate that thigh outwards. Rotate the thigh outwards and lift your chest up and look over your shin. Lengthen the right leg along the floor. Try to keep the right waist going down, the right armpit long, because otherwise we tend to twist towards the left. And breathe, draw that leg towards you. Draw the leg towards you, keep the shin parallel to the shoulders. So the leg is horizontal across the body. Don't let the foot be down and the knee be up. Try and make them level. And breathe. And then everybody release what you're doing. Extend the leg back out to the side. And up to the ceiling. And then bend your knee and extend your leg. Then bend both of your knees and bring both of your knees into your chest. Press your shins down and spread your back. Now coming to Jatara Parivartanasana. So I'm putting this in because again it's continuing with this kind of waking up of the belly area, the abdominal area. So stretch your arms out to the side now, but you're keeping those knees into your chest. If your legs are over here, then you're going to need to put a bit of a cushion just to tip your bum so that your knees come into your chest. And then take your knees over to the right. Keep the feet together and off the floor, knees off the floor, and suck your knees into your tummy and over towards that elbow. And come up. Exhale, over to the other side. And come up. And then again over to the right. So try and keep that underneath leg, right leg coming back into the hip socket, left knee lengthening towards the right knee. So the right leg is pushing up to the ceiling so that the legs don't drop to the floor. And then exhale and release your left shoulder down to the floor, left waist to the left. And center. You can put your feet on the floor if you need to just get yourself straight. And then again over to the other side. So suck the left leg back into the socket, hip socket. Lengthen the right leg so the knees are level. Keep the legs into the chest as you go to the left. And press that right shoulder down. Exhale from the abdomen to the right waist. And center. Rest your feet to the floor. So you could do that a couple more times if you were doing a more gentle practice, and then do something to wind down, and then Savasana. But if you've got time to continue, let's go to Adho Mukha Svanasana before we come up to doing some standings. So be on your hands and feet. Press your legs back. Notice how your dog pose feels. Hopefully slightly easier now. The legs are woken up. There's more openness in the backs of the thighs, lifting up to the buttocks. There's more length of the calves down towards the heels, and your shins are lifting. And those feet also, hopefully, are really spreading, the balls of the feet that we were pressing into the belt. And those heels are lengthening back and possibly pressing down to the floor, but be careful that you're not rounding your back. And then those of you who are a bit lumbery, see how your side waist is lifting quite well now, and you can press your shoulder blades in because you've got a bit of abdominal tone. Release the head and neck and breathe. And then step forwards and come up. So we'll go to Padangustasana. If you can't touch your toes, grab a belt and you place it around the balls of your feet. So even if you can touch your toes, actually, if you can touch your toes but your back's rounded, then you need a belt, because we want to do the concave back stage. So with that belt on the balls of your feet, with the belt on the balls of the feet, firm the legs, extend forwards, pull that belt and lengthen forwards. So you're pressing your spine into your body, your back is moving into your body, your shoulder blades into your body, your dorsal spine into your body. If you can hold the big toes, do this holding the big toes, but make sure that your back is moving into your body, that your shoulder blades are moving into your body. So wrap those fingers around the big toe and catch with the thumb. Enjoy that length forwards. Feel the sides of the waist long, armpits long. So the organs are kind of lifting. There's this lightness, hopefully, that you can feel in the belly area. There's this sense of lift. Make sure you're contracting the thighs. And then exhale, keep that sense of lift in the organic body as you extend your trunk down. Lengthen, again, the sides of the trunk from your waist to your side chest to your armpits. And draw the shoulder bones down, but lift the shoulder bones down. Well, the shoulders kind of go down, but then you draw, it's a funny thing, it's actually sides of the chest go down and get the shoulders down initially, so the body's long, but then lift the shoulders. Because if you just keep the shoulders up, you're not going to be able to go down. So draw the trunk down, get the whole trunk down, get the shoulders down, elbows wide, and then keeping that length in the side trunk, lift your shoulders. Firm your legs, exhale. Then straighten your arms, either holding the belt again or lengthening forwards, holding the big toes, then firming your legs, inhale.
And come up to standing. Okay, what should we do now? I think we'll go straight to the leg raise. So the last video I did leg raises with the foot on a support with the heel down. Do you remember? If you did it, it was pressing the heel down onto the tabletop and standing upright. So we're going to do slightly different now. We're going to place the foot against the wall. So I think I've probably got enough space to push my foot here against the wall. This is a stronger version, so if this is too much, if you can't get the leg high and you're unable to get that pressure of the foot to the wall to help you to stand up straight, then do use a chair again. So this is standing leg raise, pushing the foot, the heel and the ball of the foot into the wall or on a chair, and stand tall. Now, can you see the connection between what we were doing when we're lying down and this? So make the standing leg long, move the inner thigh back, draw the right outer hip back, and descend the sitting bone. Press the bones of the leg down and extend your trunk up, side body up. And release, left leg. So I'm not facing you because this bit of wall is much easier. So I often bend the lifted leg to begin with, so I can organize the standing leg, make sure the foot's forward, the inner groin is going back, then straighten, then place the belt, then straighten the standing leg, and then lift up that organic body and straighten the lifted leg. And stand tall. Keep the waist long, especially that left one. And bend your knee, take the foot down, and come to Tadasana. So be on the heels, frontal thighs back. So now Parsvottanasana, just touching base with Parsva Uttanasana or Parsvottanasana, which we were doing in the previous video. So bring your hands to your chest, jump or step wide. Bring your hands to your hips, turn the left foot in, right leg out. So with your hands on your hips, you can encourage this left buttock and left thigh to turn, but press the thigh back. Catch hold of your right wrist, and roll your shoulder bones back, roll your upper arms back. If you want to do Paschimma Namaskar, feel free, but I thought we'd just do a gentle version today, lifting the side body and then extend forwards and down. Keep and feel how you're taking the sides of the waist up, sides of the waist up, navel up as you go forwards and down. So you're not flattening your tummy to your leg. There's a slight spreading and a lift like we did in that lying down leg raises. And then just breathe here. Keep working the legs. Notice that shaking. So press the outer edge of the back foot down, inner edge of the right foot down. Firm those thighs. Stand strong in your shaking. And then exhale, regain that work in the legs and feet. Inhale to come all the way up. Feel that lift in the organic body in this concave stage. and face forward. Catch hold of the other wrist, turn to the left. So you're probably holding your left wrist now. Check your heels are in line. So suck that front leg back. Coccyx in, roll those arms out. Lift the side trunk. Exhale. Extend forwards, and then as you come down, you're lifting the side waist up, sides of the chest up, shoulders up, trunk down. Press that left leg underneath you and allow your abdomen to go across the thigh. So you're lengthening along that thigh. Take the left shoulder up as you bring the navel from the right to the left. Exhale, spread the feet, get that contact, especially the inner edge of the front foot, so you have the stability as you come all the way up. Coccyx in, chest up, neutral, and then turn to the front and bring your legs back to Tadasana. So we're carrying on with the leg raises. So again, if you find it difficult, then do repeat with the leg on the chair and the belt. Otherwise, should we use a belt? Yeah, just make a loop, the others. Make a loop with your belt. So some of you are going to be raising your right foot and placing the foot on the chair with the belt and standing tall. The others are going to be doing some slightly stronger options, so don't be over, you can't probably see my head, don't be overzealous. See what's correct for you today. Okay, so you're going to hold on to the wall sideways. So my left hand is on the wall. Place the belt around the foot and hold it like a handbag. So I'm going to face you. Right leg. Here we go. I'll hold sideways. There we go. So you hold it like a bag and your foot is pressing down. So you're hoisting the leg up. And I want you to make sure you're getting this lift in this lower abdominal area before you do the next stage. So get this lift in the chest. And then roll the thigh in, extend the leg up as if the wall was there. Notice that my elbow is out to the side because actually I could hold closer, but that doesn't matter. So you're using that arm to lift the leg, but you're also lifting the leg almost with that foot. Spread the foot to lift the leg. Bend the knee, bring the foot down. The other side. So you may want to tighten the belt a bit if you felt it was too long. Again, hold it with the palm facing up. Those who are doing with the chair, change legs as well. So the knees slightly out to the side and you're hoisting the leg up. And I want you to feel like we did when we were lying down, this lift in this lower abdominal area. Let it not be sinking down. So work that standing leg, buttocks, and lift up. And then roll the thigh in, extend the leg up. Raise that leg. Raise that leg. If your leg is down here, you better use a chair, because otherwise, can you see how this would be hurting my back? So only do it without the chair or without the wall if your leg is coming above the hip, so your spine is lifting. Otherwise, just work with the knee bent. Do the straight leg later. And then release. And join your feet. So repeat that, or you may be able to hold the big toe, and you may be able to do without the wall. So have your back to the wall now. So again, you can repeat the easier version, or you can join me on this slightly, this next step. So left hand on the wall, right leg up, hold the big toe, and get this lift, or use that belt. and extend the leg forwards. Then you might be able to even hold the foot with both hands and get that organic lift. Roll the standing thigh in, lift the lower abdomen, lift the chest. Feel that you're lengthening from that sitting bone towards the foot. And then bend the knee, lower the leg, and the other side. So left leg now. So stand in Tadasana, just find your center. So last one, so have your hand on that wall. Bend the knee, catch hold of the big toe or use the belt again. Roll the thigh, extend the leg up. Extend the leg up. From that thigh, go up. And lift as you extend the leg, feel there's this lift happening in the lower abdominal area. Push the foot into the fingers or into both hands and lift up. Lengthen that buttock towards the foot. Lift the arm, lift the chest, lift the leg. Lift your face. Make it long leg. And then exhale, release. Bend the knee and place the foot to the floor. Now, Adho Mukha Svanasana, well done for managing that. Place your hands, step your feet back and feel the aliveness in your body and let your head release. Again, see maybe your Adho Mukha Svanasana is feeling more fluid, there's more openness in the legs. Feel the length in the waist and you hopefully feel that lightness once again in that abdominal area. And enjoy a slightly longer exhalation in that lower abdomen. And then bend your knees to come down. So there's a lot more that I want to share with you then, but I think we're going to wind the practice down now. But if you wanted to, you could do Ardha Padmottanasana, so Padmasana, going forwards. But let's carry on now with Paschimottanasana. So actually a soft blanket's quite good under the buttocks because these mats are sticky. So they kind of make the hamstrings stick. So sit on a blanket right at the front so those groins release down, and also it means there's a bit of sliding. Then take your belt, unbuckle it, and spread your feet like you've been doing. Oh, that's right, I wanted to do Ardha Chandrasana. Never mind. I think we need to finish, otherwise I'll never be able to upload this. So spread the balls of your feet and lift the sides of your trunk. So again, can you get that sense of lift? Roll the thighs in and then start to come forwards. So this area comes forwards and you're folding right at the hips. Make sure it's coming from here and not from higher up. If you've got back issues, then just stay upright and learn this action of the legs. And then come forwards, everyone else. And see if you can lift and lengthen, like how we were lifting before when we were standing. Lift, but then lengthen forwards. Lift and lengthen forwards. Lengthen the waist forwards, lengthen the armpits forwards, and go as far as is comfortable. And you may be able to turn the hands to face out and catch the wrist. Lift the elbows, spread the shoulders away from each other, and rest down. Doesn't matter if you can't rest down towards your legs. You could have a bolster there, or you could just be something like this. And then breathe. Exhale, inhale and come up. So now Parshva Dandasana, sorry, left hand across, right hand behind, legs down, trunk up, and turn. So do you remember we did the twist lying on our back? Can you get that sense of turning right from down here, not just from up here? Spread those arms nice and wide, lift and turn. Face quiet, head in line with the breastbone. And the other side. Make sure your lower back's lifting. If it's not, sit on more height. And center. So if your back is still feeling, if your back is feeling sore from the forward bend, do a couple more twists, even just Virasana twist. But now we're going to go to bridge pose. Now I don't actually have any blocks here, but I tend to just use folded blankets. But if you've got foam blocks, please use your foam blocks. So 4 foam pads. Now if you're using foam pads, you can lie down, lift your hips and put them underneath you. But if you've got a blanket, then you kind of have to sit on top of it. And then I'm going to just remind you that if you're doing this without your feet on the wall, I would recommend it with your feet on the wall. But if you do it without the feet on the wall, you can put this belt now around your thighs. So what it does is it stops them going like that. It keeps this action when we straighten the legs. So lie down, lift your hips, place the blocks, or sit on your blankets and lie back. And then just organize the buttocks, make sure that the blankets or blocks are quite low down. Lift the coccyx into the body and then tuck those shoulders well under. And get that length in the neck. Press the shoulder bones down and feel that the neck vertebra is actually lifting off the floor. Feel your thighs are rolling in. And there's this real releasing in this lower pelvic abdomen now. See if you can feel that internal sensation of softening. And you may want to stay in this position, especially if there's any issues with your back. Otherwise, we're going to extend the legs. So those with back issues, have your feet possibly on the wall, because this is more tricky. So, but anyway, let's try. So place your heels on the floor. Roll those thighs in and then extend the legs straight. Hear that scraping? That's because it's helping me to keep the turn of the legs, lengthening into those inner heels. Then press the thighs down, and as you press the thighs down, you get this sense of lifting in your whole trunk, outer hips, outer ribs, outer armpits, and then keep the lower buttocks firm and lifting. So that's where the back starts to ache, is if the lower buttocks is dropping. So keep the sort of coccyx going up. Keep the lower buttocks firm as you press the legs down. And relax here. Maintaining the position, relax. See if you can feel your feet again. Stretch into those heels, spread the balls of the feet. Lengthen the big toe side away from you, suck the little toe side back to the hip. So notice how your feet have really become alive throughout this practice.